Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is White Note and I proudly present Global Gamers Launch. Quality of our content is higher than Donald Trump wall. Today's video is all about WCS 2016 Quarterfinal, Showtime vs Elazer.
Game number one, guys, make some noise!
He's playing a very strong economic style with that fast third base.
Yeah, and apart from the Overlords, oh, nice catch here with the Zerglings of Elazer. Those adepts are going down, they're not shading away. So that's a nice little pick off there, not critical, but a nice little bit of damage.
From the minerals, of course, fearing Baneling's going to be dropping out of that. We're going to have to see, does Showtime take the bait? Does he run those probes away?
He does.
Yep. And this is...
he forces an overcharge as well for an empty Overlord. Mind games here from the Polish Zerg.
And look how much mining time is being lost. Oh, this is such a great maneuver. You know, it only costs 25 minerals and 25 gas, and the third base actually trying to avoid some Zerglings running in as well, I think.
That's actually an insane amount of
in
money.
Workers, in army, everything is looking very even in this game. But now, as Showtime starts to use this War Prism, he might be able to edge out a small advantage. Does focus down 2 drones, picks up those adepts, and gets on out of there. Very nice play.
Indeed, the Baneling's coming up to join the party a little bit late as well. These Queens looking to shut down the Prism, do some damage as they fly past this fourth hatchery here. Getting a little bit
can't afford to lose that. That's, just barely gets out of there, but he's going to have to leave a few of those depths behind potentially.
Yeah, they're in a spot of bother. The Prism comes back, but the Queen's just out of range there. Does live with 12 shields and 11 health.
Get a lot of Archons and just look to overwhelm. Of course, Zerglings and Banelings not very effective against those Archons with their massive splash damage.
Yeah, we saw it plenty in the round of 16, that Archon unit composition against the Zergs, because they love to go Lings and Banes with a lot of Ravages as well, and they do so well.
Banelings in the third.
Right there in the third, getting 5 probes though. Not the hugest connections. 4 more left in this Overlord.
Elazer looks like he's looking for an opening right now. He's got a big army supply lead. That is a lot of Ravages and Zerglings, and the wall's open!
The door is open, he's just knocking it. No reaction there from Showtime. He's coming a little bit late to the party. The Archon's leading the charge with the Immortals in the back. Very scary there for the Ravages. They do pull out. Oh, the Overlord gets picked off, only dropping 1 Baneling. Nice defense there for Showtime, but the Natural is still under siege.
Showtime actually has cannons in every mineral line. He's got units warping in. Somehow he is not losing a single probe in the midst of this. Actually a fantastic defense from what looked like a horrible situation, but Zerglings dive into that third, managed to catch a few probes. Elazer getting something here, but at the end of that, Showtime actually stabilizes quite well.
You're absolutely right. That was wow, this is a bold morph right in front of Showtime's face. But yeah, he'll be picking those off. Those Zealots, easy peasy lemon squeezy. See you later, You're absolutely right. That was a huge investment there from Elazer during that attack, and only getting a cluster of probes there, not a big deal.
This is nice, though. Going to deny that 4th once more, and Elazer is up on 4 bases. He can easily secure a 5th behind this, and as we see in Legacy of the Void, the minerals mine out quite a bit faster. So as time goes on, if Showtime can't secure that 4th base, his economy is starting to dip. We're seeing that in that minerals down in the bottom of your screen. You can see 1,000 more minerals a minute right now for Elazer, which means he can just pump out masses of Ling Bane. The longer this goes without Showtime getting a 4th, the more it is going to rely on just one big Archon push, and he's going to have no follow-up behind that.
He's been ahead on a base for a while, and here's the Darkspell, setting some Banelings in while pressuring with the army. Most of the army here down at that 4th Nexus trying to secure it. Meanwhile, he's wanting some Banelings in, but this is a bold move here from Elazer. Showtime looks like he has enough. Actually getting 5 probes there. Didn't expect that. I thought he was going to get all of them.
Yeah, good reaction though by Showtime. Banelings are going to need to find the hits on those Zealots and try to get some of the clumped up Archons, but those Ravages are so important. He can't let those go down.
Does pick one up there with the Archon at the front. The Banelings are rolling in. Showtime has to split his army. 2 well needed. He's actually just taking so many Banelings.
Gosh, those Archons just do not die. They ignore those Banelings. There's still more left though. Elazer has so many units. Almost all the Archons are gone, and there's still Banelings left over. Elazer, is he actually managing to hold on?
Reinforcements here. The defender's advantage for the Zerg. Coming in clutch and cleaning up those Archons. Will the Zerglings and the Ravages do the rest? It looks like they will. The deflecting Showtime for now. The hatchery lives. A big trade there for Elazer. A 50 supply.
That is massive. Elazer actually manages to hang on, and with that delayed 4th base, it's so hard for Showtime to reinforce now. Losing that critical mass of Archons and lacking that Storm Tech that can carry him through to the later stages. Now Showtime just needs to knuckle down and try to defend and hang on.
Getting an Immortal there for free with those Ravages. He's going to pull them back on the creep so they can run away. That is still a decent force.
What is he doing out here? Showtime! These units are out in the middle of nowhere. They need more support. The Archons are coming to reinforce, but that's a lot lot of Zerglings.
That's a lot of Lings. They're also going to have Adrenal soon. Ravager Bars going in. They're locked in. The Biles have done it. They've just completely wrapped around. First person here for Elazer. The Corruptors.
Oh, wow. Morphing Broodlords in the middle of the map.
He's so confident. He knows he's in a beautiful spot right now.
And just zooming around, keeping on top of his macro tasks of rare Showtime. And then once in a while, he's not looking, and suddenly a whole clump of probes go down. And that's what makes all of those Baneling run-bys worthwhile. Another Zergling run-bys coming in from two sides at once. Elazer here just showcasing those fast hands he has, able to multitask so well.
Yeah, we saw in first person how fast this kid is. Wrapping around that one Archon's going to be a very nice pickoff, actually. And he can actually pull out. I don't know if he can damage the spawn. He is going to try, though. Still some overcharge left those pylons. Most of course, just about out of that energy. So, but there's too much.
Broodlords when they don't have enough support and focus them down. But I don't think he wants to give Showtime that opportunity.
A big contingent of the Broodlords, in fact, most of them are heading towards that fourth nexus of Showtime here. They have some Zerglings underneath. Showtime gets onto those Broodlords. He might be able to pick them off. He pretty much only has Blink Stalkers for anti-air here with the Archons.
Nice harassment here, and Showtime just was not confident to push on that left-hand side of the map, so he's rotating his entire army back, and he's got Storm on the way now as well, so it looks like he's going to be trying to add Storm into this composition. I think he might just have to abandon this base. Yeah, we see him pull all of the probes away. He knows he can't take this fight here, and I mean, it's so impressive how patient Showtime is. Any other player would have tried to save that base, taken a bad fight, and it would be game over, but Showtime is steadily closing that supply gap, and even though his army is much lower quality, if he can add Storms in, they potentially could just blast the Ling Baneling support to pieces, and maybe that'll give him the chance for the Blink Stalkers to focus those Broodlords down.
Just a there at the bottom of your screen, huge in favor there for the Zerg, and he's trying to break this natural here. The Broodlord's actually going to make this a possibility for Elazer as he starts to see Don here.
And Showtime's actually coming home.
He's completely out of position. His army is all the way out here.
Oh no, this is a great decisive move here from Elazer. He's bleeding off a lot of Zerglings, but he can afford to replace those. And the Zerglings have broken in right now. That last Sentry and Zealot are going down. This is Showtime's last chance. He needs to defend right here, right now.
Yeah, if he loses another base, it is going to be all over for the German Protoss for game number one. Elazer's in a lovely spot here, morphing some more Banelings on the top for those juicy Stalkers, and they are going to roll in. They just flush forward. Storm going down for the Elazer on the Broodlord, though.
The Archon's actually doing a good job, but almost all of the Stalkers have gone down. The Ravagers are still standing strong. The Corrosive Biles forcing those blinks, and so many Broodlords from the left-hand side, Maynard.
Broodlords to the left. This reinforcement couldn't come at a better time for Elazer. He still looks amazing, and Showtime is bleeding units here, Pig. He is in so much trouble.
This is just an incredible masterclass in Zerg vs Protoss from Elazer. So powerful and patient in that mid-game, constantly attacking with those small run-bys, finding those little pieces of damage, holds on to Showtime's one big attack, and from there he's just been dominating the rest of the game, using these Broodlords so patiently. Finally, picks his moment, goes in and takes the game.
GG. Elazer taking there. Make some love, send some love to your favorite player, and let's get amongst it. In the bottom right here. Yeah, there's that Dark Shrine. Going down now, confirming that the Archon Prism harassment is about to go down.
They look at this picture and they think, this is insane. If the Zerg sees the Dark Shrine, surely that means that, this is really bad, right? But actually, with the way Protoss plays out, especially in this matchup in Legacy of the Void, it's completely fine for that to be spotted. The Zerg's invested a lot to scout that, and wow, this is actually going to be coming in here, maybe getting some good damage.
Oh my god, the Lings got right into the main here, and Overlord drop being really, really nice for Elazer here. He was hidden in the dark, and he's already got 4 probe kills here, 5 probe kills.
Wow, that is massive right now. Such a fast Zergling drop, completely catching Showtime unawares.
Getting probe kills and evacuating the main completely. Overcharge goes down, but he can just pick them up and drop them off. Easy. There it is.
So much lost mining time.
Only lost 2 Lings for 5 probes and mining time.
Gosh, the mining time is massive there. That is huge, and he can just continue to dance around.
Still in the dark.
Stalker out. Oh, if he's going to get even more probes, this is massive. Good pullbacks on those weakened probes from Showtime. But this is just free damage for Elazer, and really, the real strength of this is the freedom. Back at home, Elazer's getting out some delayed roaches, a couple spore crawlers, but he's got a very healthy drone count. He's looking very confident.
Just warping in some DTs here. There is a spore crawler for detection.
Great
getting quite
position
low.
micro, though. Those drones blocking the Dark Templar, not letting them focus down that spore crawler. Keep in mind, there's no lair for Elazer. If he loses that detection, that spore crawler, he has no way to detect these Templar. So that is such a clutch reaction with those drones.
Clean off the creep. Needs to get back into safety here. There is detection here for Elazer as well, but he needs to pull his roaches back to that spore or something. Just keep those DTs away from him. He's taking a bit of damage there. Oh, Elazer delaying this third as well. Oh. Nice play with this drop lord.
That cheeky Overlord there just keeps on finding these little bits of damage, and I mean, the psychological impact of this has got to be massive, but so far, Showtime staying very calm, continuing to warp in actually a 5th Dark Templar, so he's going to go for the double Archon drop, as well as the DT harassment. These Zerglings continuing to force more and more APM out of him.
And here come the Archon drops with this Prism, but the Prism has already taken so much damage. He needs to be very, very careful here.
Those Archons, of course, just going to let some of their shields take damage, focus down a few of these Roaches and Drones. Good micro from Elazer, actually pulling back all of his hurt Roaches, keeping them all alive for now. A much better income right now.
Yeah, he's saturated. He's been mining for a little bit here. The Archon's coming into the third hatchery, natural location. Just clearing out that drone line, delaying a little mining time here for Elazer, doing some damage to the Roaches as well. They're getting a low hop pick up there for Showtime. Prism does get out.
Ooh.
Oh, here's an actual full Overlord, not a fake one.
Great Stalker prep from Showtime, really over-preparing for these drops. This is what we loved in game 1, and actually another empty Overlord. So he's got one full Overlord on one side and an empty one in the other one, which Showtime actually doesn't react to. This is one of those moments where Showtime making a mistake actually works in his own favor there, and he's going to blast that down.
Ooh, oh, does survive. And his hurt Overlord coming in again. Stalker's repositioning though. Showtime could potentially get a nice pick off here, and it looks like he will.
That is really smart thinking from Showtime. Rotates those Stalkers at the perfect time. Great star sense, realizes what he has to do, and ooh, that War Prism's very weak here. Yeah, can't stay too long.
Queens did get extra range recently, got to be careful with those. Got a DT, that 5th DT coming in here, getting some drone kills. There is a Spore Caller though.
That's going to be good. This DT going to pay for itself.
That's actually very nice, these drone kills. This is so good for Showtime.
About time he found some damage as well, because Elazer has been so on top of the drop defense. But I do have to say, oh, look at that production supplement, Maynard.
Swarm hosts.
This is so sick. I think it was Drogo who mentioned that Elazer has actually been throwing in swarm hosts just in the mix, in practice, explode into little Zerg pieces. And that way he can keep on top of this. But the Ravagerling Bane combined with it might be looking for the engagement.
More Lurkers heading towards that natural. Showtime looking a little bit more prepared for it this time. Let's have some more units here to engage those Locusts. Does blink forward, overcharging the pylon as well. The Locusts are just free units though. They are getting free damage every time they do this. More probe kills.
Getting a pylon and 5 probes. That's supply lead for Elazer, looking very scary right now. More Banelings trying to work their way in. This cannon being a good hero right now, but I don't think it's going to stop the damage.
They're very low hit point probes.
Oh, and at the same time, Baneling drop in the main base. Elazer just hitting from every single angle. He's stuck on just Archons and Charge Lots. He's not able to do any damage with the counterattacks. These Zergling run-bys continuing to come in.
Hit point probes. Easy pickings for these Zerglings. Way more probe kills going down. He's been knocked down to 45 as the 63 drones here. This is a goodbye base cluster of Banelings if he goes for that. But he is going to look for those Stalkers. Oh, pulling back here. And Elazer did not want this engagement. Unfortunately, he has to fall in there. He does get some Stalker kills, but that was a lot of gas in those Banelings.
Yeah, great trade there for Showtime, but at the same time, the Locusts come in, another 5, 6, 7 probes go down.
Big engagement.
Oh, wow, the Banelings getting the surface area. They're getting in the middle of that Protoss army. The Sentries and Stalkers starting to disappear. The Immortals going down, but a couple of good force fields do manage to buy Showtime a little bit of time, but I think he realizes how desperate the situation is right now. He's going to try to counter push into this, but with only 4 Archons, 4 Immortals, and a couple of Gateway units, I don't think this is enough.
Absolutely, Elazer is teching here, but he does still have so many units. He is engaging here at this 4th hatchery, and to keep it alive. Biles coming down in a Protoss army that cannot escape.
Oh, he breaks down the rocks, cutting off the flank of Zergling Baneling. A sick move from Showtime, but there's just so much stuff for the Zerg.
Just so much from Elazer. A game of numbers. GG. All right, in the top right here from Germany.
He was trying to go right to the corner of the map.
He's running out of map.
But there's no hiding from these Phoenix. Look at that, checking right to the corner. It used to be common against Phoenix openers to hide those Overlords right in the corner of the map. Wait till the Phoenix were on your side trying to harass the drones, and then bam, Banelings dropped in the mineral lines would just destroy the probe lines. But Showtime's on top of that, doesn't leave anything to chance, shuts those down. He's going to be going into that Twilight, so he's going to try and actually keep a little bit of map control against these Phoenix. Ooh, nice pickup here with that 4th Phoenix coming in. He might just barely be able to get that, but oh, nope, the other Queens come in to support. And a wasted lift there for Showtime, a very good defense.
A lot of his injections there. Oh, Showtime switching gears here. No more macro.
This is on that production tab from Elazer, a little bit of a mistake, as well as a Hydralisk Den. And you know what Hydras and Zerglings are not good against? It is masses of Adepts walking to. And the first big Adept warp in begins. He's building Hydralisks right now. That is not what you need to stop this Elazer. Showtime is catching Elazer with his pants down. He's going to dive in on top of these mineral lines. Elazer is in a big spot of trouble right now.
He needs to pull all of his Zerg units here to try and muster up a defense, but it just looks like Showtime has absolutely surprised him. Some Banelings just morphing now, but there are already so many Adepts, more of the Adepts being warped in by this Prism. And Elazer is siphoning units here. Hydralis is coming in. There's only 3 of them. 2 more here reinforcing for the 3rd. But there is too much from Showtime.
So much damage already going down, but Showtime has to get more done. This needs to spiral out of control, and it looks like it is. All the drones evacuating from the main and the 3rd. Oh my god.
That's it. Showtime keeps the series alive for Protoss. Oh, that stage just gets me wiggly and jiggly every time, Pig.
I love it.
Now let's get amongst it, guys. Break down those rocks. There's that pile. He can overcharge the... He is sending the mothership core now.
Yeah, that's so sick. Actually going to deny mining there for a good 20
wall for Showtime. Queen's just like, hurry up.
Ooh, 1 drone does go down. Good pull from Elazer. Doesn't lose any more, but he's going to lose a lot of mining time while he waits for that overcharge to run out. But this is a lot of Zerglings. Zergling speed's almost done. Overlord speed is on the way as well. Good. Yeah, nice pile and wall. He's going to lose the Adept, but a lot of Zerglings will go down in order to get that kill. And right now, Showtime he needs to get some more gateways. He did spend a bit of money on that pylon and that fast mothership core. And right now, Elazer, he's just not building workers. He's just going all in.
Yeah, it's just the production tab shows us that it's just lings. We're getting
all these Zerglings breaking down these rocks, but the drop is already here.
A big drop in the main here, not many units from Showtime. The mothership core not here yet either. A sentry force field not really being useful at all as probes come off the line. This is Showtime's last defense here. He has to hold to stay alive in the series.
That's the last overcharge, and oh no, the Zerglings already starting to work on those back rocks. He just doesn't have enough units right now. Those gateways were so late. He's trying to turn them into warp gates desperately. He's trying to wall off, but those Zerglings, those queens,
the queens,
they're just going to elevate her over the top.
The queens are here as well.
No, this is just too much Zerg.
It's too much Zerg. He's cracked it. He's in the main here, and Showtime doesn't seem to have an answer. He's pulling those probes. His wall's getting worked on as well by Elazer at the same point. Micro here for the queens moving back. They don't even need creep. They have overlords to micro them from back and forth. He's got transfuses left as well.
Another overcharge comes down. It's doing a lot of damage, but I think, so many probes going down. But he's still up in work, as if he can just barely survive, he might be able to stabilize right now.
He cannot lose this Immortal. It is so important. Lings have cracked through the wall here, and they are starting to decimate 4 probes here. The Immortal getting low.
Elazer so decisive here on Dasan Station. He has managed to almost completely overwhelm, but right now they are still tied neck and neck on workers. Showtime still has that Immortal alive. He's got 2 Adepts and a Stalker. It's such a small force, but it is an elite force. Against just Zerglings and Queens, he seems to be barely hanging on, but no, has to pull the probes. More Zerglings flooding in. The Queen's still alive here.
And the army supply is starting to even out here. They are getting a little bit close. This Immortal has been so important. He's damaging those queens. They've run out of transfusers. They're leaving here with the Overlord. They have done a lot of damage to Showtime, and he is actually down in workers now. He's managed to kill so many probes. 28 probe kills, knocked him down to 12.
And with that gold base mining, that's so important. That's going to give him such a boost in the income. And, Showtime here, he doesn't have the mobility. He can't defend that natural mineral line. He's trying to rebuild probes. He's warping in Zealots because they actually do better damage than Adepts in small numbers in these small engagements. But look at this, Elazer abusing the mobility. Zergling's going to work on that back nexus. If Showtime moves to defend, he's going to dive in the front.
And he does. The Immortal here left naked. The probe's leaving him. This Immortal is so important. He cannot lose it. The Overlord getting low. That Nexus is almost certainly dead. Not a whole lot that Showtime can do about that.
This might just be a checkmate here.
GG! Elazer, the Zerg from Poland, is our last remaining European player as he goes into the semi-finals.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next videos.